This video contains spoilers. Hey, Black. Black. Hey, Black. Black.
Black. Black. Black. Hey, Black.
Black. Ow, my head.
You did it.
Why are you not answering my calls? What are you doing?
Oh, hello there, Maeve.
What are you watching?
I've been watching this show for this past couple of days. My battery died, I'm sorry.
So, any good characters then?
Between you and me, I really like this Chelsea character. She recently got introduced, but like she's owning the show. She's taking over the entire thing. Like, mwah, so good. Oh. Oh.
Well, you know what? Show doesn't look too bad, actually. I might start watching this.
This Lobot guy is really starting to grow on me. I really like his style, you know. His entire character is just well built.
Yeah. And luckily for you, he's part of the main cast, so they're probably not gonna kill him off.
Yeah, I really feel he's gonna make it.
I'm leaving the rest to you, Tatsumi.
But...
A few moments later.
Why do I need to cry so much?
Oh god, not my beautiful face! How the fuck do we do like the beginning here, like the intro? How do we play this?
Oof, yeah, oh, fuck, now we already planned an intro opening, so now we need to plan another opening, what the fuck?
Hi guys. Oh, you're already here. You weren't supposed to see this, guys.
I blame Maeve.
Welcome everyone to episode 3. It's been a while.
Oh, wait, Maeve, say the title. Say the title.
The title?
TGV Anime Character Power Tier List. First try.
Kamega kill yourself is the theme of today's episode.
Akame kill, yes.
Let's go. So we have 9 characters to list today, and yeah. So let's get started. Who's first?
Oh,
Kame.
Oh, title girl.
It only takes one strike.
Ah, yes. So she's pretty fast. We realized.
Yes.
Since her last placement.
Essentially, Akame's abilities, right? She has a Teagu, aka her Imperial Arms, called Murasame. It's a sword that, as soon as it cuts you, even a little bit, it's gonna put a curse on you that is essentially gonna kill you, no matter like how little the cut is, where the cut is, or anything. If you get cut by that sword, you will die.
Yes. And for context, what a Tegu is, like an Imperial Arm, it is, in the universe, they have these special weapons that people get. That you have to be, you know, like a prominent character in order to wield, obviously. And they're pretty good.
They're created back in days when everyone had a lot, like the Emperor itself had a lot more like resources. It's impossible to create them nowadays because how much resources you need to create them. And they're made from like materials that are very hard to come by, like special like leather from special monsters and stuff that exist in this universe.
Yeah.
She was raised by the government to be an assassin. She got special drugs that made her extremely fast and has extremely high reflexes and everything like that.
Yeah, she's able to move at Mach 1, which is very fast.
Yeah. And then we have this part of the show that we don't really know how to describe.
Yeah, she essentially has the ability to somewhat dodge a time stop. For some reason, right? She fucking... When Esdeath freezes time, Akame is able to leave an after image behind, which makes her able to flank and dash from above, which makes no sense.
It is extremely confusing. We don't know how to take it.
Yeah, because if time is stopped, then after images shouldn't be there. They can't exist.
And for an after image to exist to begin with, you know, she needs to be able to move faster than light can hit your eyes.
Yeah, which is not Mach 1.
No.
It is way faster than that. It is worth noting that she does use her ultimate ability here, which is essentially she
card.
cuts... Yeah, her so-called trump card, which is essentially she cuts herself with her sword, which, of course, according to how the sword works, should instantly kill her, but since she's the willer or something and stuff plot lore, she survives it and instead gain immense temporary powers, which boosts her speed, strength, stamina, and makes her even far more dangerous, but then leaving her weaker after the effects wear off.
Yes.
And that can never be regained.
And we have no idea. We actually have no idea to like judge her time frame of how long she can use those abilities.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to say, but
Because like she only uses them once in the show, and when she does that, she managed to defeat her enemy, which means that she's no longer used to keep the thing up. So we don't know if she can use it longer than she used it in the show or not.
yeah. But since her weapon is such a, you know, it's gonna finish a fight relatively fast, so I think it probably won't be too much of a problem.
Her speed and the one-shot kill mechanic, it's
Yeah, she's quite the cannon in it. So, yeah, let's see the board.
I mean, she would definitely get all these, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I think B tier is where she would even get a challenge. Pretty much everyone else, except for maybe like Ryuko that is gonna be moved, is not gonna be a challenge. So when we come up to B tier, we have
5 second boy.
we have 5 second boy. He could obviously pull quite a easy seppuku right there.
I mean, he can stab himself. Yeah, he can stab himself,
Yeah.
but at the same time, would that have the same effect on Akame as her cutting herself would have?
I mean, if he stabs himself through the heart, Black, he could do seppuku, dude. Literally. So so that effect won't even be taken into account. He has
Fair
a
enough.
katana, so
Fair
it's
enough.
very easy for him to just off himself.
Okay, we got the zombie boy.
Yeah, zombie boy.
Does her effect even affect him?
So it is confirmed that Murasame's effect does not work on undead targets, as is demonstrated in the show when she slices one of Kurume's henchmen.
Essentially, her reincarnated soldiers that are still technically dead.
So the only way for her to beat Zombie Boy is to,
Cut into pieces.
yeah, to constantly have him dismembered.
Yeah, like he as long as his body parts doesn't find each other again, he's technically dead.
Yeah.
Or more dead than he was
exactly.
before.
Yeah, true. She is extremely fast, obviously. I think she would probably be able to outmaneuver him, maybe, right? I mean, she moves at Mach 1. She moves like 1,000 kilometers an hour.
He can output more strength than an average human being because of the fact that he can, you know, doesn't need to save any energy on vital stuff like hearts and lungs and stuff. But I don't think he can get up to Mach 1.
No, that's extreme. He would need like extreme superhuman abilities for that.
And I don't think he's ever met anyone who can fight in Mach 1. But he has met a sword user, I know, and he managed to catch the sword between his hands, you know, the classic, you know, hua.
Yeah.
But I don't think he has fought anyone who can move in Mach 1, so I don't think he will be able to do that with Akame.
Yeah, she just outperforms him in both speed and experience in this case, which will be his downfall.
And I don't think his magical garment girl powers is gonna help him here either.
No, she doesn't really use any magic. And even if we could say that the ability of the sword is magic, that thing isn't gonna do anything anyway, so it wouldn't even change anything. You can't like cancel a sword.
I mean, I guess he technically could steal her power and use it on her. But again, would that just power her up, or would that actually kill her?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that fight is definitely in Akame's favor. With Shield Hero though, I don't feel like this one's gonna take very long. Shield Prism, and then up in the Iron Maiden. That thing is like
off the
instant.
shadow, Maeve. Off the shadow. She can just leave off the shadow, move away.
Nah, don't even. Like Shield Hero has that Shield Prism, which still is a super busted combo. It's so good. And since he can just pop it in the beginning of the fight, like instantly, she won't be able to move away. Except for that, he could use the like rage shield and burn everything around him, and make it very hard for her to move through.
I guess
and then with all the utilities of the shields and the ones with different heads that he could have like poking out, I mean they're not alive either, so they wouldn't be affected by the sword. He has too much utility, as always. So that's a loss. What about Edward?
Edward, I think honestly, the way he can build will make it hard for her to get to him. But again, her speed can make her come from a direction he probably wouldn't think of.
Yeah, I think she can, because his stuff still has to move. Because
and
like when it moves fast, but it doesn't move at 1,000 kilometers an hour.
exactly.
So he hasn't. Yeah, he could like start.
Even if he just
building
make
off in front of him,
like
and then
a
she-
round wall all around him, she could just jump over it because she can jump extremely high.
Yeah, and I mean, even if he did that, I think she would be inside of the walls before they are even like half done. So yeah, Edward doesn't really stand a chance. Sorry, my dude. Same with Nice.
Oh yeah, nice. Like both are moved Mach 1, but at the same time he needs to snap his finger every time to move it.
Yeah, and Akame would probably be able to dodge him as well.
Yeah, and again, he already has superhuman abilities like his strength and stuff. Yes, he can punch in Mach 1 too, but she has her sword.
Yeah, not even a chance for little Nice. So
Okay.
Chimera, he grows larger. That's not happening at all. He's so dead. He's
Yeah.
way too slow. Can't do shit. Now a mech.
Mechs. That is the biggest problem here right now, I think.
I mean, the mech can fly.
The mech can fly.
Yeah.
And it's pretty impenetrable by a sword.
Yeah. And it has missiles.
Although she could probably outrun the missiles.
That's fair. 1,000 kilometers per hour is pretty fast. How many missiles? How big of an area are we talking about? He covered like every area, no escape.
What about okay? But if we jump over the mech, what about the fucking Jotaro here?
Jotaro would so win. I mean, I think that scenario is like one of the few scenarios that we got like early on that really I stand by still.
All right.
The stand is just way faster. The stand, you can't keep up with the stand. His stand is busted when it comes to reaction speed.
But Maeve.
And it's just one sword he needs to catch.
Maeve.
What?
After image Maeve.
Like, shut the fuck.
He can stop time Maeve. After image
No.
Maeve.
My god, Black, I swear to god, the stand would still catch him though. Or catch her though.
Okay, what about her? She can fly. Probably would be a hard time for Akame to hit her.
Yeah, I mean, flight and huge area.
Yeah, okay, so I think right before the mech. I think that would be her.
Yeah, because I don't think she could take anyone out and be Paul. Well, actually though.
I mean,
Fuck, this
she's probably
hard
fast
rock.
enough to, like, surprise this dude.
Yeah.
So, like, overtake him, like, quick cut and he's dead, you know?
Yeah. I feel like she could catch up with all those three boys, honestly. But I feel like putting her up there when she gets beaten by 3 below. Damn, it almost makes me think, is B tier in the wrong order?
But the only reason she can beat the ones above is because she's so fucking fast. These
Yeah.
guys have extreme explosive power. That's why they can beat them.
Yeah, although
But she has
maybe
speed.
Akino. Maybe Akino could actually beat her. Or she could actually beat Akino.
I think of that too, actually. Because if they both start on the ground...
Yeah, exactly. They're both gonna start on the ground, so she has to take flight. And I feel like, first of all, Akame can run up to her. And even
jump.
if she doesn't have time to run up because the distance is too long, then she could just do a leap.
Yeah, she is pretty good at leaping.
Yeah, she could just leap after her and then hit her. Kinda.
So,
It's more of a 50-50 than 100%
yeah.
in Akino's favor. I'm a bit conflicted. But yeah, I think, we might have to put Akame in B next to Mech. Because it becomes ultimately what you said, that
They're different kinds of powers. Akame's more
yeah,
precise,
she has like
while-
such a unique, she just can target such a niche weakness that she's able to take out stuff above, even when she gets hard countered below.
Yes.
Yeah, so B tier then.
Alright then.
Yeah, that's where she stands. So, next one.
Here.
Beast Babe.
Don't give me that look. Think I'll get to see everyone again.
Leone.
Leone, Beast Babe. She's best girl, dude. Yeah. She is an assassin just like Akame, part of the same group. She has feline abilities, one could say. She gains like extreme strength.
Her imperial arms is a belt that gives her those abilities.
Yes, the belt. Then she has good strength, speed, like all the basic stats, you know, speed, reaction time, that, and that, yada yada. And she also has really good regenerative abilities. She gets cut pretty bad in the show at multiple points, and she just pretty much recovers in the same fight and then returns slightly later on.
The only time they actually managed to hit her to a point where she couldn't continue fighting the same level is when they cut off her arm.
Yeah.
In which she actually got it back later because her regeneral ability, as long as the arm is like attached in a way, they can regrow. And Lubok helps her by just like sewing it back on, you know.
Yeah, she just needs to have it aligned properly, and then it'll grow back on its. It will grow together on its own.
Yeah.
Which is quite good, of course. Maybe not the best in a death battle, but the.
I mean, like a regenerate. If the guy is too slow to manage, you know, take her out on one hit, then...
Yeah, if they can't make any major damage fast, her regenerative abilities are gonna be king. So that's about that for her. So, I mean, she instantly wipes, I'd say, most of, like... I mean, she wipes all of D tier. She's just too fast, and her regenerative abilities is gonna make most slashes and slices pretty easy for her to counter. I mean, she can grab swords. Bullets probably won't be too effective on her, unless you have plot armor like that old fat dude.
Did we ever discuss Death Note tier on her?
I mean, it's gonna be a pretty easy win for her too, because of her speed, right? Gonna be able to run up even faster.
She's not that fast. Like, yes.
I mean, she can leap super far, dude.
That is true. She can leap.
She can like jump. I mean, the clips that we've seen from the show is like her jumping between rooftops, kind of like Servants in Fate. So it's like,
yeah,
it doesn't specifically say that she's extremely fast, but what is shown is extremely fast.
Yeah.
She doesn't go very slow. She would absolutely catch up to light.
I think it's like she can jump a couple 100 meters at least.
Yeah, and that's gonna be enough for most scenarios where he even can see her at a distance.
Yeah, okay.
So she's definitely beating Light.
I mean, she's too slow.
Yeah, too slow. Megumin is way too slow, as always.
Cancel powers, the Twitter gang.
So, Toma, of course, being the wildcard. I mean, I think we shouldn't discuss Toma because I feel like he needs to move. Alright. Dragon arms, he has to move. Because he beats pretty much everyone there with the fucking dragon arm. It's so dumb. The newest season of Railgun showed that, so we ignore him. With the girl, I feel...
Should I move him down?
Nah, we'll just leave him there for now.
She has her cancel ability. Would she cancel Leone's weapon power?
I believe so, right? That's what it would do.
It feels like that kind of effect that ability would cancel.
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much cancels everything, so she cancels that too. Does she carry any weapons? She doesn't.
She does boxing.
But she does boxing. I feel like she would probably still win the fight. I mean, she's a trained assassin, way more skill, and I feel like she was most likely good even before the Imperial arms.
I feel like her sheer mass would... like, weight is a big thing in boxing and stuff.
That is true.
So I think her sheer mass would actually help her out here to overthrow this one.
Yeah, because it's funny because pretty much both of them almost do boxing style.
But she loses her regenerational abilities. Well, she gains her regenerational abilities.
That is true. Although I believe Leona would be stronger than the girl. Because we know the girl has her like rage mode. But it doesn't last for very long. It's like a few seconds at best. From what we see.
I also when that's almost like... just because of that rage mode, like I feel almost like they would, like she has a pretty good chance though. Maybe if she gets
lucky with how she hits Leone.
Not only does she have her rage mode, she also has her regenerational abilities, and like Leone against her won't have anything like that. She's just a normal human at that point. Yeah, a bit over average in strength and stuff because you know she's a trained assassin. But
yeah, but I feel like that knowledge though should probably be able to help her out with countering the regenerative abilities. I feel like she would know what to do in that situation.
Maybe.
And and as long as she survives the rage mode, I feel like she's fine.
Okay.
So it's like if I'm being the most generous, I'd say it's a 50-50. But I feel almost like it's more of like a 60-40 in Leone's favor.
Alright.
Because of her superior training and skill. So yeah, so C tier then. I mean,
Two beasts. I think in this fight, I think he would have an upper hand. Honestly.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, he has a proper weapon and like a
She has all of her
mode that does the
claws,
same
but
she does.
that's all she has. He has a rage mode essentially too.
Yeah.
That makes him extremely fast and strong and stuff.
Yeah, they essentially have the same ability, except he has a very well utilizable weapon with plenty of configurations.
I also feel like he has more a finesse to his fighting style, while Leon is more brutal.
Yeah. A lot of smooth movements. He really goes for openings, which you can like the bridge scene is so beautiful in Serious Diego. How he just goes for those
just
angles that the enemy doesn't realize. Yeah, just throw it in there. Yeah. I mean, he is definitely skilled. He finds openings and he exploits weak points. So
I think she doesn't have a chance against him.
Yeah, me neither, honestly.
Fate Boy, again, he moves extremely fast. We said that. I think he also moves a Mach 1 or something like that, right?
I don't know. I don't think it's Mach 1. Nah, I think that's remembering on our part.
All right.
But he he definitely outmoves Leone, I'd say.
Yeah.
And he has, I mean, a lot of techniques. He's very versatile, so he can counter a lot of her moves because he has more to work with. And then Tokiyome is just gonna shred her. I don't see a world where Tokiyome loses, especially.
No, wait. I'm reading here about Ikki.
Oh, you are?
He can move faster than the eye can see.
Oh yeah, right. Wait, hold up. That's faster than Mach 1.
Maybe we need to reevaluate him too.
Crap!
This is how they explain it on his wiki page. His speed and reflex has been honed to where even the star of Naniwa couldn't see him despite hearing Ikki move.
Alright, so fuck, I guess he does just move extremely fast and constantly. Crap. Well, man, I guess he just moves down. I guess it's end of C tier then.
I honestly don't think she could beat any of these either.
Tokiyome is too strong. Ryuko is not supposed to be there.
I think that's the best.
C- tier top. She becomes the new top of there. That's her.
Yeah.
That's Beast Babe.
Anyways, next character. Let's hear. Ooh, mommy.
My feminine charm, of course.
Yes. Boy, you what, mate? You
nothing.
Good? Alright.
Yes.
What the f-
I'm good.
So, alright, Mickey Mouse from TikTok, I see. So, Najenda, she's the leader of the assassination group. Very cool. She has a robotic arm.
She has a robotic arm. I mean, it's not really, I don't think it's robotic specifically. It's mechanical, but not really robotic.
What's the difference?
Robotic feels more technological, like with electricity or something. She essentially has a big armor piece, and her hand is replaced with a hand that can. There's a grappling hook.
Like, it's a grappling hook that can extend and fucking retract itself on command. It's gotta be mechanical. Or robotic,
she's pretty
or
strong with
whatever.
that hand, shown to be able to catch Leone with ease while she runs away.
Yeah. The pulling strength is very nice.
Like, it's kind of a joke scene, in a way.
It's definitely more of a comedic character building scene, so...
But at the same time, being able to pull a fully-sized human like that, without even, like, giving a sweat, like, she just stands there, just waits.
Yeah, it definitely showcases that she definitely has some extra strength in that thing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, her Imperial arms, which is pretty dope, is Susanoo, which is full on, like almost like an actual dude.
Yeah.
So she has the advantage of being a two-man team in this battle. And he has some pretty powerful abilities too.
Which
of course we're prepared to list off right now.
Prepared.
Yeah. The keyword is prepared.
Yes. So first of all, he has his weapon. He wields a stick full of marshmallows. Not really marshmallows though, but like they are like, I don't know what the white stuff is supposed to represent, but we will have a picture up right now. It can also retract.
It can spin.
Yeah.
And stuff.
It has blades built in, so that spin around too fast, so kind of like a mini chainsaw.
Yeah.
He can spin itself really fucking fast to be able to deflect bullets and stuff.
Oh yeah.
He also has a trump card. He gains immense power and speed and stuff. He gets a couple of new abilities. For example, he gets a giant mirror that deflects anything, and I mean anything that just comes towards it.
Yeah, so any kind of damage will be thrown back. He can also summon like a huge invisible sword that he can swipe over a very long area,
Like,
which is
we
pretty
mean
good.
huge. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be like 50 meters long or something like that. It's
it's not the
long.
size of the swords in fucking K, but
True.
it's pretty darn big for a sword.
He also has shown to have pretty good regenerative abilities. That of course gets better the more energy that his wielder puts into him, because he gets stronger through
Because of the fact that he's organic Imperial Arms, he has a core that needs to be destroyed for him to actually die. As long as that core is whole, he won't die. And even if that core gets destroyed, Najida has been shown to be able to reassemble it using her own life force.
Yeah, and is it twice that she will be able to do without dying?
Thing is, she can use his trump card 3 times without dying.
Yeah.
And she uses his trump card once to fight, then once to regenerate his core.
Oh yeah, right. So she essentially has 3 mega moves with him, and with those mega moves, she can either initialize his trump card or just straight up bring him back from the dead.
Yes.
So that's pretty good, especially if they're already pushing back their enemy, and his core gets destroyed.
Yeah.
And the enemy is like extremely worn out, and that was like they gave it their all, and now they're just you know what, take 2.
So yes.
Straight up the bat, just jumps the list. I mean,
Yes. I mean, obviously, none of these would have a chance here.
yeah. Susanoo is extremely strong. He's like the level of a servant, at least. Or a weaker servant, anyways. If I want to compare it to Fate, like I like to do. There is...
And
so
they don't feel like these could do anything.
No. B tier is the first time where she starts getting somewhat of a challenge. I feel like B- doesn't give a challenge either. It's like B tier normal.
Well, first of all, mind control. I don't think you can find.
Mind control can't do anything.
Her.
Yeah,
She doesn't wear any. She doesn't have anything sharp or anything.
Yeah, she doesn't wield like a weapon, so he can't take suicide in any way. And also, if Susanoo realizes that her body has been taken over, he can fucking grab her and make sure she can't move.
It's one thing to point out, even though he is technically her servant and all that, he is shown to actually disobey a direct order. Not in a way that is like he does something opposite or anything like that, but like he is able to discuss the order with her and give her a better order.
Yeah, he's not a mindless servant.
Yeah.
He has the ability to speak up as well.
Exactly. So it's not like he's gonna, like, the guy can control him and her and then just tell him to kill her, you know, like that wouldn't work.
Yeah, he could just refuse that order straight up, and that would be that. And then the 5 seconds would run out, and then he would be dead.
Yes.
So,
I mean, he'd probably be dead before that, since his body just collapses, so he could just walk up and just...
dude, what happens? No, wait. What happens if you do that? Where does he go then? Does he just die then if he can't return to his own body?
I guess so. I feel like it's more like a, you know, when you stream your computers or parsec. If the computers dies, your parsec end will also die.
Yeah, that feels like a logical way of putting it.
It's not like his mind gets transferred. It's more of a streaming thing, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, B- pretty easy. I mean, Zombie Boy is gonna get...
Oh yeah,
I mean,
wrecked.
Yeah, he's gonna get wrecked. Susanoo's gonna have way too much.
Hero.
Shield Hero is gonna have to deal with 2 targets, which is not too good. He's more, I mean, he's most powerful against single target, and...
Susanoo can probably just destroy anything Elric builds.
Yeah, dude, yes. He doesn't stand a chance.
Fast Boy, no.
No, Susanoo
2 targets and everything.
protect his wielder. Yeah. I mean, again, it's not gonna help being a bigger target, so Chimera is really losing this one. Akame is an interesting one.
Her weapon doesn't affect him in that way.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he could probably beat her, honestly. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I feel like Susanoo would be better. And with the master, and I feel like she knows Akame's moves. She knows, because they are from the same universe. They know each other. Yeah. And she's the teacher here. Akame is the student. She knows her moves. Like, she's gonna be prepared. Like, anyone here, out of anyone on this list, or just in their show in general, she's gonna be knowing all of her moves, pretty much.
The only thing I would know her more is probably Kurme.
Yeah, but maybe not...
But they got trained in the same assassin's school.
Yeah, but she missed all the training that Akame got later.
Although I don't think Akame's done much training after.
Well, I mean, surely. I mean, you learn new things all the time.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
I mean, that seems kind of obvious.
Okay, yeah.
Against the mech, I feel like Susanoo actually would stand somewhat of a chance. I mean, he could throw back missiles with his mirror.
He could, he just mirror everything.
Huge sword could deal some major damage on the mech. I feel like it would
definitely. I think he would
beat a punch. And even if it doesn't slice through, it would still bash the mech, like bend it. And then with the fact that he can just come back against Jotaro, that's like this is straight up just a stand battle.
Yeah,
it's like one stand versus the other. I feel that
time stop wouldn't help him too much here.
True.
Oh wait, but maybe if he managed to get to the boss.
If he gets to the agenda in time stop, I feel like Jotaro probably has the one up here.
Yeah.
Maybe. Just because of time stop. Because if he didn't have time stop, I feel like his stand would be, constantly blocking Susanoo.
The thing's right.
And then Agenda would have the upper hand against Jotaro.
In most scenarios, Susanoo has the revive ability, but in this scenario, Najida is the one who dies, not Susanoo.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
Means that I think Jotaro could probably win this one pretty well.
Yeah, thanks to his time stop. Against Akino.
I think the mirror could help with the lightning abilities.
Yeah, mirror would be really good with that.
I don't know how much lightning she can take on herself. She can use lightning, but can she take it herself?
I mean, she runs it through herself.
Yeah, then they probably wouldn't attack, damage her.
Yeah, I don't feel like, her lightning, I don't feel like it damages her at all, because there are multiple scenes in the show where she straight up just starts, exerting electricity from herself.
But
so
he also has so many other abilities that could probably help defeat her at the end.
Yeah, I feel like Susanoo would push through, honestly. There is a few cases where Akino could be sneaky and do a quick point attack and then take out an agenda, but I feel like overall it's probably gonna be more in Susanoo's favor.
Definitely. What about here? Again, shield is gonna get very handy.
Shield is gonna get handy, although I feel for this one, I feel like the freeze is gonna be quite the issue here.
But he has already fought a ice-based character in the show.
Yeah,
Esdeath.
But the thing
Esdeath won.
The thing is, that too.
But that was only because they retreated.
True. But the thing is, what Esdeath doesn't really do with her eyes that Todoroki has shown that he can do is he can just freeze the ground and then freeze stuff that is connected to the ground. So if he just freeze all the ground around him, doesn't summon mountains and shit, he could freeze Najinda just by her standing on the ground.
Esdeath, right? She does freeze giant armies of hundreds of soldiers in 1 second.
Yeah, and then she doesn't do that when fighting a few assassins. What?
Yeah, exactly. She just doesn't do that for some reason.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Maybe it's pride. Maybe it's
probably for plot.
Probably for plot, yeah.
It's a plot hole.
Yeah, she doesn't do that, but then she goes on to say that, you guys forced me to use my trump card, aka she can stop time. So the fuck?
Yeah, it's not the most well-written show.
Yeah,
far from
don't
it.
show her being able to freeze giant armies and then just... But I realized something. She did actually freeze him once. She did freeze him.
Oh yeah, she did. But then he broke through.
Yeah, he just broke through.
So freezing Susanoo isn't really viable, but freezing Najinda is gonna be the target here. And then he could exert such a huge amount of heat around himself that Najinda would be forced to retreat. Otherwise, she would literally melt. Because she can get really hot. I mean, he gets so hot that the guy that turns into metal, shut the f up. But he exerts so much heat that the guy that is literally made out of metal, that is trains by sitting in a furnace, he's like, oh shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here or I'm gonna start melting real soon. So yeah, I think Todoroki has that one in the bag. That's Bakugo though. I feel like Bakugo probably has it too because of the huge areas he can
and the way he can fly towards them just
he can fly really fast and at every direction
yeah, exactly. I think Chief is
and he can do very precise shots too, his armor penetrating shots or whatever they're called. So yeah, top of B tier totally feels like a fair spot.
Yeah, that feels the best one right
for Najinda. Yeah, so next one. Oh god.
We got your average mommy enjoyer.
I do just about anything for a sneak peek at that smoking hot body.
Oh my god, we have Najinda's biggest simp ever.
Yes. simping aside, I think his so this is his Teito, aka Imperial Arms, is called Crosstail. He has essentially strings coming from a cartridge on his back to his fingertips that he has immense control over. He can set traps in an instant. He can create structures out of the strings by tangling them together, like make a giant spear that he throws. And through that spear, if that spear penetrates you, the strings in the spear he can control to the level that he can guide them through your bloodstream to your heart and destroy it.
He's essentially like the mummy from My Hero, except he's on crack. His strings can't be destroyed. They're much thinner, harder to see, and they're much more versatile. He's literally what the mummy wishes he was. Because he doesn't really have any counters. Like, you can counter the mummy by cutting off his bandages, and then they stop. But these can't be cut.
Here.
Yeah, I mean, they even... He's fighting a guy who can open portals, and then he can't close the portal when the strings are going through because the strings can't even be cut off by a portal, which is just insane.
Yeah, like I think it's called the what is it? The universe severing string, or something like that, or some. It's supposed to be like it can sever anything and nothing can sever it. Essentially, like it's.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Yes.
So obviously he is fairly easy to place, as since it's just an upgrade of the mummy, we just jump him up above the mummy, and then we start getting into dilemmas. I mean, it's getting very crowded in the B tier from this show. As we can clearly tell here.
Most other characters in one show are usually around the same power level.
Yeah, that's usually the case. True. So when it comes to suicide, I feel like using the threads
could be pretty hard for him.
Yeah, it would be hard for him. I don't feel like that's really gonna be a victory for that guy. And against the zombie, I mean, it's gonna be pretty easy to wrap him up.
Yeah.
Because he can't cut through the lines. So that's gonna be a fairly easy victory as well. Then, of course, single target against
could the thing actually close around the string?
I mean, they shouldn't be able to, right? Since the strings can't be severed.
Not in by universal stuff.
But the thing is, though, that the strings could technically, because I don't know how shut it is. I feel like because the shields kind of manifest as separate shields first, and then they become a ball real quick. Like it's pretty much instantly, but they are loose first. So I feel like the strings could, just hang out of it. But he could, so he could just still transport him around in that thing and then send him up to the Iron Maiden. But I feel like maybe since he has strings that goes outside, he can maybe prevent the Iron Maiden from closing and such. I mean, when he could use the strings for armor.
Oh yeah, he does
as well, since he does in the show. I feel like that would be a wise move. Especially in a situation where you have no idea. You can't see anything. You don't know what is going on, what he's going to plan next. You're being moved.
Yourself.
Like, the main thing you would do there, especially as a trained assassin, would be, I got to protect myself. I'm going to use my tools to just make sure that I'll survive whatever they throw at me. Once this thing opens again. If it opens again.
If it opens. He's also extremely good at playing dead. So, I mean, like, I don't know how much fooled the shield hero would be, but like could give an edge.
Yeah, true. I feel honestly it might be a 50-50 on this one.
Alright.
Because shield hero could so easily just catch him off guard.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get his strings attached anywhere, he's gonna be fucked being in there. And if he doesn't get, I mean, the armor will probably do something, but then he'll be stuck in there.
Yeah.
I mean, how is he gonna get outside?
True.
Sure, the strings can't be severed, but if he doesn't have a proper connection outside, that in some way can drag open the Iron Maiden. The Iron Maiden isn't just gonna be like pushed open by him. His own strength is nowhere near enough.
Yeah. What about above him then? What about Elric here?
Eldrick, I feel
he has a lot of.
I feel like he would lose.
I feel like if Elric tries to build something and like shoot towards green-haired boy here, the thing he was gonna shoot is probably just gonna get cut into pieces.
Yeah, exactly. They're both gonna start building shit, and one structure and Lubok's structures are gonna be far better, far more durable, far more dangerous. Elric doesn't really stand a chance.
Yes. But see, could Elric change Lubok stuff with alchemy?
Well, since I haven't fully seen Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, I can't really say. But I would presume that the strings can't be altered.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, but I would guess from how they are presented in Akame Ga Killed that they wouldn't be able to be altered in any
Speed
kind
Boy
of way.
probably wouldn't have a chance. He would teleport once and
Yeah.
and be cut on the spot. There's just stuck.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Big Boy.
Chimera, he might be able to burn him alive.
I think again the charge up time would give Lubok a lot of time to prepare.
Yeah, but I feel like blocking that ray completely, like he'd have to make a solid wall out of that.
I know, but I don't mean that he would block it. I think he would actually go for an attack there, make a quick spear, and go and like pierce his skin and then guide the strings through his bloodstream.
Yeah, but I think in that time he's probably off with a shot as well.
Okay, I don't remember exactly how long it took for him to fire that thing.
It wasn't too long.
Alright.
So
Akame could probably beat him.
but then again, Lubok could still dodge as well because he can use the strings kind of like a attack, like an AOT wannabe, and then just swing around, you know, with them.
Yeah.
They are strings after all. They can be used kind of like rope or grappling hooks. So I still.
Akame could probably beat him pretty quickly though.
Yeah, Akame's gonna be way too fast. Again, he won't be able to do shit.
And just as long as she cuts him where she knows he doesn't have any string, like his face or his hand.
Yeah.
Then
and she and again, it's a problem, or not a problem, but it's the deal with they know each other.
Yes, she knows his weapon.
Yeah, they've fought side by side. Of course, they know what they can do. I feel like Lubok in that situation would be like, "Oh shit," and then he's dead.
Yeah.
Because he knows how fast she is. He knows he doesn't stand a chance.
He would probably try to take a peek at her panties then die.
Bro, fucking hell, that's such a Lubok thing to do.
And tank? No, he couldn't beat a tank.
Tank? You mean a mech?
Beat a mech, yes, a mech. Fuck me backwards.
Yeah, again, he would just rocket barrage.
Yeah.
Yeah, the strings can block a lot, but they won't block the explosive force or the heat.
Again, they're more good for blocking precise things, like a sword cut
exactly.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And again, he can wear it as armor for gunshots and stuff, but like...
Yeah. But then they need to be closely woven or...
Yeah. But
braided together.
Yeah.
Jotaro?
No,
I feel like
he could not probably not beat Jotaro.
Oh, okay, I forgot about the time stop
time.
again. yeah, Jotaro takes that one. Akino takes that one because lightning.
Yeah, and fly.
Yeah, and fly. So I feel like...
I mean, maximum we can put him
above.
Here.
We can put him above Chimera.
Yeah.
Be a bit generous. Because that scenario is a bit iffy. So I feel like that's the spot. And that's where he goes.
You're kind of right.
So next one.
Oof. Esdeath.
Tonight isn't your night. I've got a new form of torture.
Ah, yes. Esdeath. This is probably the wackiest one out of every character we add in this episode.
Mainly because of how inconsistent she is with using her power.
Not only is she inconsistent, but one of her moves just is so poorly written, and it is once again the time stop. The whole aftershadow bullshit can make you question if she even can stop time, or if she just freezes it like extremely much so that it's not completely still. Because Akame pretty much moves when time is supposed to be completely frozen.
Yeah.
But then in the time before that she used it, that it wasn't like that. Then everything was actually frozen. So it's like, which one do we go for?
And other than that, the way she able to do stuff at some points of time, but then it pretends like that there was never an option and she had to use a trump card another time, like it's...
Yeah, she's really, for talking so much about strength and being a good warrior in the show, she's really fucking bad. She doesn't utilize her stuff at all.
But to break it down a bit, she has a Tiger called the Demon's Extract. It's essentially a blood type weapon that she drank, and now she has ice powers. She can freeze an entire lake in less than like 2 seconds. She can frees up an entire army of hundreds upon hundreds of men in the same amount of time, and it's like she can make a part of like the most feared and respected generals bow to her in an instant.
She's pretty dangerous. She
And
has
can
a
freeze
lot
time.
of ice abilities.
Yes, and she's pretty
Very
darn good at
good.
sword.
Yeah, she's very proficient with swords, and she also wields a... I don't remember what the heck those swords are called now, but it's the one... It's the pointy one that is you're supposed to poke with it. You're not really supposed to slice.
Oh, the...
Which is very dangerous because those swords against a normal sword, that sword is kind of superior.
Yeah.
Because it's so much easier to poke someone than it is to slice someone if the
And
other
even
one
if-
has a slicing sword.
And yes, she might not be able to block them with that sword, but she can block them with the ice.
Yeah, that too.
So like...
And she is the type of character is like, even without being in an emotionless battle, she could just casually cut off her arm just to continue fighting and just keep going.
She does it in the show when fighting Akame.
Yeah.
When Akame slices through her hand, I think it is.
Yeah,
She quickly just cuts off her arm so the curse can't get to her.
Yeah, which
And
just shows her damage resistance. She or pain resistance rather.
Yes.
She doesn't like even flinch. She doesn't say a word. Just casually cuts it off.
Yes. So
Straight up, she's pretty much one of the most busted characters in the show. I mean, she should have honestly beaten Akame.
yeah,
pretty much,
I think
feel.
that she would have beaten Akame if it wasn't for that BS fucking
Yeah,
after
exactly.
thing, which we
If
can't
they-
explain.
If they couldn't be so undecisive with how her time stopping works, and if she actually used her ice in any kind of way that isn't like, oh, I'm gonna fire a few projectiles, oh, I'm gonna pull up a wall here, oh, I'm gonna do this and that. Like she could just freeze the ground everywhere and then freeze Akame. She wouldn't be able to stand on the ground. As soon as she has to land, she should just freeze the ground. Then Akame should be frozen.
She doesn't need to freeze the ground. She can freeze air. She can freeze.
Yeah, exactly. She can freeze the air. What is she doing?
She can make a giant, like almost moon-sized ball of ice. Okay, not moon-sized probably, but like huge ball of ice.
Yeah.
That like, yeah, like it's unbelievable.
Yeah, she wrecks her competition.
She can make ice out of thin air. That's how they explain it.
Yeah, and that time stop, dude.
And
It's
that
too
time
good.
stop too. It's like all of these, like I don't like. What
B
could
tier
they
isn't
do?
gonna be a chance. They couldn't do anything. Even if they can counter her abilities, they can't counter time stop. None of them. Guts against her. I mean time stop again.
Yeah.
And since we're going off Guts in the show and what he has shown so far, because I know that Guts is way more busted than he's actually like proclaimed on this list. He's almost like a cartoon character in an anime with how his powers work. It is what it is at the moment. They don't explain. He just kind of is because he's funny, right?
Yeah.
He's kind of a Popeyes kind of guy, right?
Kind of feels like fucking what's it called? Sakamoto. just is perfection, or like just has all these
That
abilities.
comparison is both semi-good but also so bad at the same time. I love it. My god.
Anyways,
So yeah, she beats Railgun. She beat... Oh
probably
god.
not beat him though.
I feel like Ryuk is such a... it requires a remake on this list. I feel
Yeah.
like she should skip him. So... Demiurge... Yeah, just remove him straight up.
For now.
Yeah. Demiurge... I mean, his whole thing isn't even being the main fighter. His whole thing is summoning armies and buffing them to fight for him. So, not really anything against her. Ice against fire, I mean, speaks for itself.
Time stop though.
Oh yeah, time stop too. yeah, but I meant like she would just freeze him over. Because her fire... But yeah, no, actually, no, that probably wouldn't be the case. No, time stop. Yeah, time stop. He's
Time
dead.
stop. Yeah.
Dead. Eren Yeager requires upgrade.
Yeah, I have seen season
Titans
4
and
yet.
stuff. Yeah, we're gonna watch all of that. He's gonna get quite the overhaul.
Yeah.
She obviously beats Tatsume.
Definitely.
Definitely. She definitely beats Rias too. I mean, time stop just kills everyone. What is anyone in A gonna do?
I mean, like,
No, she stops time. He can't do shit.
all right, fair enough.
Again, time stop.
These characters you know more.
Yeah, and then time stop is gonna Time stop so would fuck up Archer, right? Yeah, probably would. Yeah. I was thinking to a moment where he pretty much gets stabbed in the heart and still just kind of goes on. But that thing was about corruption, and since he's not technically a heroic space, he's more corrupt. So now that's okay. I'm going off on a tangent. But anyways, that doesn't count.
Kuro-sensei.
She can't be Kuro-sensei.
She can or can't?
Can't. He's way too fast. So she couldn't. So even if she uses time stop, though, she doesn't have any weapon really works on him.
No,
she just has like a.
He can only
sword.
No, wait. One of his weaknesses is water.
Oh, that's true. But does it kill him?
That I'm not sure about.
It only makes him like swell up and stuff, right? And become slow and stuff.
I need to read up on it real quick.
I know he said a weakness of his would be magic. She doesn't really have any magic that... I mean, she has magic, obviously, but not magic that creates...
Like, it's not really magic.
Yeah, it just creates...
Damage.
It's just magic that recreates reality. She doesn't have any reality bending magic. Or anything that does something that doesn't exist. So that's... So I feel like Kuro-sensei
I searched on Assassination Classroom character. Literally, just no... Kuro-sensei is nowhere to be here.
Well, I don't think we need to go much further. I feel like it's gonna be a stalemate. Because she can't kill him, and he can't kill her.
Weaknesses. Oh yeah, they had this giant list of weaknesses on him.
Yeah, you know what's funny though? You know what could decide that battle?
What?
A battle of like starvation.
Maeve, I just realized something.
What?
One of his biggest weaknesses is boobs.
Oh god, he's lost. No. Crap, man. He's lost. He's so lost. No, it's a stalemate. It's a stalemate. They're not gonna get anywhere.
He can't handle hot food. Getting wet makes him swell up. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he just swells up. It's not gonna do anything fail. They can't kill each other. They're stuck.
Because of the fact they can't fucking take any like physical damage.
But wait, hold up. How long? Wait.
No.
No, wait. Kuro-sensei actually wins though, right?
Why?
Wait, because she can't hold her time stop forever.
No.
And she can't do it repeatedly forever either.
I don't know.
Because it turns off on its own at multiple times. Right?
Yes, I think she can hold it for like a couple of seconds.
So I think Kuro actually wins though, because then he just, when her time stop ends, since she can't deal any damage to him, he just grabs her and throws her into space. Or flies her into space. She can't breathe. She will die. Kuro wins.
But he doesn't have much brute strength, it says here.
No, but he can grab her.
Yeah, but if he grabs her, you don't think she can simply just, bust out of there?
I mean, he's fast. He can make fast movements. She will barely even notice. And he has a lot of tentacles.
Okay,
so he can do a lot of fast maneuvers to get her into space.
What if
I don't feel like that would
she
be too much of a
freezes
challenge.
time and then makes just a bunch of ice to freeze him in?
Well, then it just becomes a stalemate. So it's either he wins or it's a stalemate. Because she has no way of beating him.
Okay.
That's how this goes.
So should we just leave her there then?
Maybe not, because we have S tier, and I feel like S tier we have... Well, Sebas she would beat. She would beat Lancelot too with time stop. I feel like Pandora's... Oh, now you did wrong there. Yeah, there you go. And against Pandora's actor, I feel like she would still win because he can't fully replicate her powers. Against Medusa, on the other hand, I mean, it depends here on how on the distance in the battle, and the time of her time stop. Because I feel like the Medusa's first move would be initializing her eyes. So obviously, looking into Medusa's eye, time frozen or not, will turn you to stone.
Okay.
So it depends if Esdeath can freeze time faster, then she can turn and get to her and kill her before Medusa can take off her eyewear. But she definitely loses on the top guy, on Hercules, because the thing with him is he can die 12 times and come back.
Okay.
So she will. It's like Kuro-sensei. She could, I feel like if she kills him, his returning explosion won't even trigger because time has stopped. So she has to unfreeze time for him to actually get back.
Okay.
And it will happen eventually because she can't hold it forever. So he will just pull that, and then he can do that way more times than she will be able to, and then he can just wreck her with way more strength.
If we go back to Medusa real quick.
Yeah.
I feel like not only if she, like, no matter how far away she is, even if she freezes time and can't get to her in time,
oh wait,
she can
ice.
shoot ice.
Yeah, I forgot about the eyes. Fuck. Damn it, I always forget there's two sides.
Yeah.
You always get so tunnel vision on like one of the abilities. So yeah, so she goes above Medusa, but not above Hercules.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the guys above. I feel like time stop would still work on those. Like Tanya would die to time stop. I feel Shelter could probably also just get killed like that. What the fuck? Yeah. Ryder. Oh, the interesting one though. She would have to realize the heal on the green-haired one next to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
She needs to find out about the heal and then Bon.
But if she freezes time, freezes him, and then destroys all of it, like she did with Tatsumi in the end. Like capsules him in ice and then just incinerates it all.
I don't think that would work.
You don't think that would work?
Because since he is immortal, it shouldn't be able to break him. But doing that maneuver could probably break his heel, which would make that if she could pull it off twice, then she would be able to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
but I feel like at that point, he probably, I don't know. Do you think that time stop would last for her to able to do it twice?
I mean, like if she probably can't incinerate him during the time stop, you know.
Yeah. That's
so like
correct.
she's gonna have to end the time stop and then incinerate and then.
Yeah, so I feel like that's gonna happen. He's gonna realize, oh fuck, I don't have, I'm not invulnerable anymore. And then he's gonna go. I mean, he's a rider, so he's fast. Speed is like.
But again, he
middleman.
just makes a giant block of ice of it, like.
He'll be able to cut. He'll be able to cut through that easily. I mean, we're up in the S tier now, Black.
No, but I don't mean that.
Structures don't mean anything to these guys.
But I don't mean a wall of ice. I mean like encase him again in ice. Like she did with the
I don't think she would be fast enough, honestly, because he's a rider.
All right.
I like it. Servants move faster than you can perceive.
Fair enough.
Even though they don't always do it because plot. And because fights, because they actually want to animate the fights. They don't want to make just the sword cling effects, you know, just in invisible air because they're fighting too fast, you know. But yeah, servants can. I mean, we see multiple examples in the different shows.
All right.
They have.
So wait, I'm leaving her or taking her here?
She's absolutely going up. That's for sure.
Bon. I mean, his fucking undying ability.
Yeah, but I feel like Bon doesn't have his undying ability anymore. I mean, first of all, he loses in the show. He gives it away.
Well, yeah, but like, you know.
And his strongest state is actually not with him having it. He's way stronger later.
All right.
So his strongest state would actually not have him have his invulnerability.
Fair enough.
I mean, he's still crazy. He takes way more damage. Like, he's beyond, like, being even human. Like, he fucking fights off the equivalent of the devil and takes multiple hits, like, in a 1v1. And everyone is like, wait, hold up. How the fuck is Bon standing up? He doesn't even have his invulnerability anymore. What the hell?
Yeah.
So I feel that, I mean, Bon would die.
Okay.
Then would Sinbad die? Sinbad would...
Again,
damn, she's slaying! What the hell? She's wiping S tier! Time stop is overpowered, dude. I don't think Sinbad could do anything. Karna couldn't do anything. What would the dragons do?
I don't know. I mean, like, the armor could be hard to pierce, though.
But they have to activate it.
Fair enough. Oof.
And then we have Lancer couldn't do anything. Arturia couldn't do anything. Escanor couldn't do anything. I feel like Meliodas could probably just regenerate from that.
I mean, yeah.
And then with the multiple hearts and stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, but with her incineration with ice, you know.
I mean, he just can build himself pretty much back together.
All right.
He becomes, especially in his strongest form. In his like attack mode, he's insane.
Okay.
I don't think she would even get incinerated from the ice at all. Like, because his body would just hold.
All right.
And then the Demon Lord would...
He probably has some kind of immunity, right?
No, I think if he gets stabbed through the head, she would be dead. Ishtar... I feel like Ishtar wouldn't be just... I mean, since she's a goddess, I don't feel like she would... But then again, she is fused with a human. She's just... fuck. But I don't know if, like, piercing her with, like, a normal, regular... Because now we gotta think about... Now we're up with the gods. She has a normal sword. Like, it's gonna be like... Because if we look at... Rimmer, obviously, is just gonna not care because he's a slime.
Yeah, I
and
think
then
Rimmer
next
could just...
next to
Rimmer
her,
definitely beating her.
yeah, and then next to him we have fucking Gorgon, which is a goddess, and she's huge, and she has like I mean, that thing would be like, you're gonna kill her with a toothpick? Like, you're just insulting her at that point.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, and then Quetzalcoatl, not really gonna do anything. I mean, she will kill the mind controller up there. Bird guy, I feel no, because he has other wacky shit, didn't he?
Yeah.
You can't just kill him by stabbing him easily, right?
I think he regenerates pretty easily.
Yeah. And then after that, we're like One Punch Man. No, she's top of SS tier. That's as far as she goes. And also, just to make this list better, let's put... You know what? Actually, put Meliodas top of SS, and then put Escanor next to him. I know we're not doing a fix episode, but I feel like that's gonna fix a lot of headaches because they are so much more powerful. I mean, I feel like Escanor as well, you know, pointing him with a normal sword.
Yeah.
Especially in his strongest, not really gonna do anything at all, pretty much. So yeah.
Alright, alright.
And also he's emitting heat, so that's...
Fair
Ice
enough.
is not gonna be very effective.
Fair
She's
enough.
not gonna be able to get too close. Okay, next character. Wow, that was a long one. Jesus. Kerm is making her...
The Cookie Monster.
Keep your eyes off of my cookies.
So Kerme is making her well-awaited return to the list, even though we literally just removed her before we started recording.
Yeah.
She has been underestimated because we didn't take her army into consideration.
Yeah, like...
Which honestly wasn't too big of a deal because the army is surprisingly weak.
I mean, they did give fucking the Night Raid a hard time, but I think, again, it's more of a plot thing. They didn't want to have them kill them too easily because then they will lose an episode.
Yeah, and she wasn't alone. She had like Pyro and stuff with her.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just her and her army. And
Yeah,
she has one strong, and it's the strong member of her army, and it's the like Godzilla skeleton thing that takes a bit more power to take out, and it deals so much damage and in such a huge area. Straight off the bat, I mean, she's gonna be up in like B tier thanks to Godzilla. I mean, her army is gonna help against anyone like wielding a sword. She has people with guns. She has the monkey that is super strong. She has the assassin guy, which is also like one of her most powerful cards. He moves extremely fast, and he's so flexible. He's almost like a ghost, you know, in how he moves. And it doesn't really feel like he's getting manipulated by gravity as much. Like, his movements are insane. I feel like entire B-. We don't even need to go through it. She's gonna beat all of them.
Okay, okay. I'm trying to find her little... where was the list with the army?
I mean, I remember all of them.
Alright, fair enough.
So she has the guy that can create a shield and fire off a spear. She has the guy with the staff. She has the cowgirl with the guns. She has the guy that is good at dodging in the assassin. The toad, the Godzilla skeleton, and then the monkey.
Monkey.
Yeah, and then she technically has another one, but he's only in the books, so that's not canon to
and
the
then we
anime.
have her.
And then we have her.
She's pretty darn good because she can dodge a shot from fucking Pumpkin.
Her reflexes are through the roof. She can almost keep up with Akame. But not fully, as she ultimately loses their duel when they're going full on in a 1v1. Barely. So she's definitely weaker than her, but this isn't gonna be fair now, is it? So I feel like, I mean, she would wipe B tier, right?
Yeah, I think she'll kill Akame if she has all her army ready.
Yeah, all her troops. She would overwhelm. They are undead, so they don't get manipulated by the ability of the sword, as shown in the show.
Yes.
And then Godzilla could just finish it all off, you know? And Godzilla doesn't even have to think about... She could fucking execute her teammates just as a sacrifice, just to make sure she wins the duel. As long as she survives, it doesn't matter. Like, the troops are just her weapons in this analysis.
Yes.
I mean, everyone in B+ is gonna lose as well. Like, no one there is gonna... They're gonna get annihilated by Godzilla. A tier is... Guts could probably take out all of them. I feel like Guts could take out all of them. I mean, he does some huge-ass explosions, and he has his bullshittery with his powers. And he's very flexible, he's very durable. And he's one of those, the harder he screams, the harder you fall in front of him.
Okay, got it.
Although I feel like Railgun would probably be taken out. Demiurge would probably lose because of Godzilla. I don't think he can summon a servant that would be matched with that as easily as she could. Escanor, I feel like...
Ooh. I think she would have a hard time getting close to him herself.
Yeah, exactly. It would be a problem. She would have to take him out with Godzilla, but since he's extremely fast, by the way, which I never really took up when we added him. He's faster than all the other boys in the show, pretty much. There's few that can keep up with him. But I feel like his heat enough. He just needs to get close, and he would melt most of the undeads, except for like Godzilla. So he would probably just need to get close to her.
Yes.
And then just prominence to burn her out of this world. Tatsume! Or brown hair kid. My bad. Fuck. Why am I saying his name all of a sudden?
I mean, like, I think his armor and just fight overall could make him take out most of her henchmen.
Yeah. The assassin would pose a problem. He can't really hit him.
Yeah, but his invisibility and stuff, like...
Yeah, that would help. Would he be able to take out the Godzilla?
He takes out the giant mech at the end.
That's true. So that's, for comparison, would probably mean that he could potentially take out the Godzilla as well.
Yes, I would say he could probably take out the Godzilla with the right amount of time.
Yeah.
And if he managed to take out the small people first... Again, I don't think the gunslinger could even flinch him. Like, she uses guns against a suited up armored guy with impenetrable armor.
I mean, even though the assassin can like maneuver him pretty easily and it's gonna be hard to hit, he doesn't really show being able to hit him because what is his little knife gonna do? Like, he needs to find an open spot.
If I can show in the show how he tries to attack Tatsumi.
Like he's literally in his face and doesn't find like a space where he can put the knife. So. Like, definitely at a disadvantage.
I don't think her henchman could do much damage to Tatsumi. Maybe Godzilla could, but like...
if he gets hit by the ray. But he can both fly and get invisible.
Yeah, so like... I think Tatsumi could probably win all of them, but maybe not against Kurumi herself. Because of the fact that... I mean, first of all, he needs to take out all of the other ones. Yeah. So he's already gonna be worn out. And,
that's not something we need to take into consideration very often.
No.
Damn.
I mean, he's shown in show multiple times being extremely worn out. So like, he's not the kind of character who's like always like, you know, super energetic.
Yeah, I mean, he's relatively new to the whole thing as well, so he's far from perfectly trained.
There's a reason he dies.
Fuck yeah, it is. And I love those reasons.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Maeve. Stop getting horned over killing brownhead kids.
Dude. Just gotta happen.
Anyway, I just think Kurumi has enough of.
But how would she kill him though? She'd have to go through the armor.
Again, I think she can wear him out because when he has used armor for a long time, the armor just disappeared.
Oh yeah, unequips. Oh damn, yeah, I forgot about that.
So I think she could definitely wear him out. Yeah.
Oh, that's a perfect use for the assassin then.
Again,
because assassin's gonna be quite the chase.
Yeah. But then she needs to know about that first, which she doesn't know too much about.
Yeah,
like, yes, she has an armor user on her team too. The one that is Tatsumi's armor is a prototype of. But first of all, that one has better abilities. Second of all, she doesn't know him too well since he just joined the team too. Like, they're pretty new to each other.
That's
so,
true.
Like, I feel like she
belongs in A tier?
Yeah, I think she would win over Tatsumi here.
Yeah. Would she win over Rias?
That's a good
bias
question.
levels kicking in. What is the strongest thing we see Rias?
Honestly, I have memory loss right now. I don't remember too much from
I mean, she fires off on the mid guard serpent as well. And she like with Sona though. I mean, she kind of knocks it. She has a big area. I feel maybe she could take Godzilla out with a powerful strike.
Probably.
Maybe. I mean, at least she has a big range. She could probably catch Kurumi in a blast.
Yeah, I think she could like home in on Kurumi.
Yeah, and with her flight, it's gonna disable like most of her army. Most of them are pretty much all of them are ground based. So yeah, she could probably just camp from above.
I think that's a pretty good placement actually. I don't think she can take out the vector users or the mind control guy.
True. I mean, mind control she would be able to take out. I feel.
Really now?
Yeah, I mean, she can just summon her army and then he would, you know, be caught up.
But he can use his mind control pretty darn instantly.
Does it work on undeads?
But I think he can use it on her.
Yeah, but he needs to look at her in the eyes, right?
If they spawn right in front of each other, I don't think she can summon her army faster than he can do that. Because, like, yes, he can need to say so entire command, but he doesn't need to do it before he takes control over them. He takes control and then he tells them what to do.
So it's all about the spawning scenario. Well, I don't think she beats A tier anyway, so I guess she's gonna stay there anyways.
Yeah.
I guess we can just skip that headache.
Yeah, probably.
So, next one.
Ooh, liver poisoning.
The wishes of my master shall always be realized.
This guy, I had high hopes for this guy, because I mean, the way that he is presented, you would think that he would be able to bloodbend,
Yes.
which is like an instantly gold plus tier.
But
no.
they never show him do it.
Yeah.
Kinda.
He manipulates his
So-
own blood.
Yeah, he can manipulate liquids. But the only time he's shown to manipulate anything other than water is when he manipulates his own blood that's already outside of his own body to shoot at the enemy.
Yeah, and for context to that, so essentially this guy, right, he's trained to have poison resistance. So he drinks
Yes.
poison and then lets that poison spread out into his blood. Then he cuts himself and then fires off his blood as projectiles with the poison in
cut
it.
himself, he lets the enemy cut him.
Oh, okay, yeah, but he gets cut. And
Yeah.
then he fires it off as projectiles.
And even if the enemy can like take that, the poison is soon gonna kill them off.
Yeah, exactly, because it's gonna spread into his targets.
Yes.
So he, under the right circumstances, he is so crazily strong because as long as he's close to a body of water, like water bending on its own is a really powerful ability. Water is underestimated, I feel, a lot, but water really fucks you over. It's hard to move through. You can't really cut through it.
Simply just shove a fucking bucket of water down his enemy's lungs and boom.
Yeah, I mean, you can't breathe it. It's so versatile. But the only problem is he has to be close to water. So from what we could infer, he could pretty much, if there's like a barrel of water standing somewhere, he could like force the water in the barrel to just shove out. He doesn't need to see it.
There, I think.
He can pretty much feel the water
Yeah,
around
I
it.
think he can feel it.
But we did come to the conclusion that he is not on the level where he like drains tree of its liquids in order to use that. He's not that hardcore. So if there's like
But
any kind of water, like
the only time we see him fight is on a boat. So like he's already surrounded by water.
yeah, we only get to see him in his prime.
So we don't know how he works when he isn't surrounded by water.
Exactly.
And
he's a
again,
decent sword wielder, which is sad.
Yeah, and again the blood bending thing. Again, inconsistency.
Yeah.
We can't say that he can do it because he never showed him doing it with the blood inside of someone. Even though that would be the best case scenario. But at the same time, like he can control blood, so why wouldn't he be able to do that then? So like it's
but we can't just give him like a gold tier buff by our intuition, because that's kind of unfair. Which is why we are actually put him in quite low. He's like a D tier somewhere here because he's a good sword fighter. Yeah, true. And the water can give him a one up against a lot of.
He stands up against fucking Bulat in a sword fight.
Oh yes, Optimus Prime.
And again, he still has his blood trick at the end of the day.
Yeah, which you can use anytime without water being around him. So, I mean, I think, he'd beat Frog. He'd beat.
A well-placed shot from her can probably kill him off, though.
True. I mean, is ever shown like deflecting bullets? I don't think so, right?
I mean, if he does it, he probably would need to use water.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Which again, we don't know how to.
And even if it could block like a few, I feel like she would just barrage him too much.
Yeah.
Toga. Actually, a maybe. But then again, she has Uraraka's blood, so she could like touch shit and then just change gravity and stuff.
Alright.
So I feel like she would overpower him.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't beat
the
them,
best
and then the main character will always beat him.
Yeah.
Can't beat the main character, can you? That's why he's top D tier.
Yeah, main characters will never die. Like, look at Tatsumi.
Fucking brown-haired kid. Alright, so that's a fastball.
I also think his name is kind of funny. It's Lever, but it's spelled liver. Just Lever. General
Yeah,
Lever.
they really don't pronounce it like it is spelled.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next character is mine.
Property.
Perfect? How dare you dodge when you know you deserve to die?
Bruh. You wish. You wish.
She's attractive.
Okay, dude, she smells.
Shut up.
I don't even know where I got that from. I just have this thought that she smells. So she goes pretty high. Her ability is pretty good.
Yeah,
she has
so-
the Imperial Arm Pumpkin, which pretty much the more danger she's in, the higher of a damage output it shoots.
Yeah.
And then she has like different modes. She can go full auto or sniper, or, you know, the average.
Essentially, yeah.
It's then all in one
And she is
assault rifle.
extremely precise. The only time she's shown missing in the show with her sniper rifle is when she shoots at Kurumi, who dodges.
Yeah.
Because Kurumi is insane like that.
The projectile speed is really fast as well, which is worth noting.
And the projectile itself can be pretty darn huge, as shown in one of the earlier episodes when she incinerates like an entire person with one shot.
Yeah, and the projectile she does against the discount Thor, the second. His projectile was pretty large as well. She can, except that one isn't so optimal to use all the time. Since I mean,
the weapon got destroyed over it.
Yeah, she literally.
But in a
broke
1v1
Pumpkin.
scenario, it could definitely work.
Yeah, and then she also would have to be in the same amount of danger.
Yeah.
So instantly, I mean, gun is pretty good against swords and pretty much everything in C tier.
Even if the character could deflect a bullet with a gun, I don't think, with a sword, I don't think they could deflect this bullet with a sword.
Yeah, true, because it's not really like a bullet. It's like an energy projectile.
Yeah, it's like an energy beam.
Yeah. The most interesting scenario though that I could make up with this though is with you, right? Because you can obviously when he takes over her body, she would be in a lot of danger because now she could, you know, when he's taken over, he could grab Pumpkin, shoot himself on the head, and that would be the end of it. So then comes the question: would Pumpkin realize that fuck, this is danger? And be like, let's increase the output, or would it be like, fuck, this kind of danger, I should decrease the output?
Yeah.
But ultimately, it would, from the extremely long discussion we have had of camera, it seems like it would just increase the output.
Honestly,
it's not very smart.
Yes. But I'm thinking, honestly, I think he would have a hard time firing off Pumpkin towards himself as mine, because mine is pretty darn short.
That is true. Yeah, she has short arms, and it's pretty long.
The
So
Pumpkin itself is pretty darn long.
Yeah, it is essentially the length of her.
So like, I think he would have a really hard time actually managing to shoot himself with it.
Yeah, that is true.
And like,
so,
for mine to lift the entire thing, she needs to have a strap on. A strap on. A strap.
yes.
Like that.
God damn it. Why you do this? Alright, so, or I can just find a clip that shows it as well. We'll see.
Yeah.
Cut here. Against Zombie Boy, I mean, disintegration.
Yeah, definitely.
Pretty effective. Against Shield Hero, you're dead.
He's dead? Or he is dead?
No, she's dead. She gets caught in the Shield Prism, then into the Iron Maiden, and then bye-bye. It's the just repeating loop. That one-time move, that's like all he has.
Yeah. Elric.
Oh, this is a good one. I feel like...
I don't think she would be in much danger around him. So I don't think she would be too powerful against him. It's just the last couple of moments while she's alive before he actually kills her off that would be the most dangerous for her.
Yeah,
otherwise,
true.
Otherwise, it doesn't feel like he would like be that threatening.
Yeah, he doesn't really pose too much of a threat, honestly. But then I feel like she can do decently good. Like, what he has to work with is like the ground. She could probably shoot through that even without being in any real kind of danger.
Probably,
So you can still fire a shot that could kill a guy even without being in danger. Especially when you're a guy walking around shirtless in a red cape. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And then Audio Wave. I mean, Nice gonna totally beat her.
Yeah, I think
He needs. She's small, a tiny build. She isn't really built for combat.
Yeah, she doesn't do much fighting. Like,
She's not a fighter. She's a recon artist.
Yeah, exactly. She fights in a fucking long ass skirt, alright? Like,
yeah, she doesn't consider combat at all.
no.
So that's definitely a loss for her.
There. Goddamn.
Yeah, mid B minus. That seems to be where she goes, which makes sense with Akame and stuff being above.
Yeah, definitely.
And then Lubok, yeah, they would totally be in the mech, and So, last character of the episode is
Pyro.
Pyro from TF2. No way, dude. This is actually crazy.
Damn, bro.
My God, he is back once again.
Yeah, I knew it. Pyro is like...
So, I mean, what abilities does he have? I mean, the real question here is, what abilities does he not have?
Yeah,
Pyro
he can destroy sentries.
Yeah, exactly. He can destroy your kill streaks in a matter of microseconds, and he can just burn your entire team to a crisp. He has a flamethrower called Rubicant. Is that how you pronounce that?
Like Rubicante.
I mean, that's how it's...
Rubicante.
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 Or as he would say it himself. And it fires flames that can't be taken out. The flames will continuously burn. They will not stop. Never,
no matter
ever.
No matter what happens, like...
Water, holy water, anything, it won't do shit. It will keep burning. It's like...
The only thing I think would take the flame out if the thing that is actually burning, disappears.
It seems to be, because the world isn't constantly on fire in the show, so it would seem that when it runs out of fuel, then it will stop. So it's like a discount hellfire.
Yeah, like everything can't catch fire either, like, you know, obviously.
True. So it isn't as overpowered as hellfire.
Like, no matter if you take away, like, it's the heat or the oxygen, like, it's still gonna burn.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, let's put him up on the board. He's gonna take out most of D tier, of course. Oh, and worth mentioning, he has, well, not a really ultimate move, but I guess it's a discount ultimate move. He has the big like gas tank on his back. And he can cause that thing to blow up and like pretty much nuke everything around himself.
Yes.
And he will survive that as well.
Yes.
He survives it in the show, so he can stand in the middle of that explosion and just not take any damage.
I mean, probably some damage, but like...
Okay, yeah, he took some damage. I mean, he was crawling out of there, so fair, but he survives.
He survived. In the sake of this battle, if he managed to kill someone, he will still be the winner in that scenario.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a draw if he has to use that thing, and it would hit them both. So, fire being pretty old. Oh, and he can also fire projectiles too.
Yes, which we just saw.
So yeah, exactly, which we found out about earlier. He can fire these, I think he called them like magma balls or something. Anyway, it's like imagine the flare gun from TF2.
No. Dragon's Fury.
Oh yeah, that's true. Imagine Dragon's Fury, but the range wasn't shit, and then you have his ranged ability. So he has like the Dragon's Fury and the standard flamethrower in one.
I don't think it's air blast though. I think it's a Flog Pyro.
Yeah, he's probably running Flog.
Yeah.
Can't air blast. He's a WM1. That's all he does all day. So where do we put this guy? I mean, okay. So let's go through the C tier. So I mean, it's gonna be C tier seems like easy. Yeah, he has a mask. Megamin, he can fire projectiles from long distances. That guy doesn't exist. I mean, flamethrower against child, you do the math. Flamethrower still can't put out the flames.
And pretty physically capable, like he's
he's really buff. He's really
buff.
First
of all, he can carry the weapon he wields. First of all, and that's huge. Like the tank he wears on his back is like
it's like the same size as him. Dude, it's crazy. So I mean, burn Sirius, you burn Icky, you burn the bird, and if that is enough, you blow him up. You burn the rock hard boy, you burn the Saparoo, you burn the fucking bandages, nothing he can do. You burn yourself.
he survives the explosions. I don't think 5 Second Boy can do anything.
I mean, I feel like we talked about the fact that he can like walk through his own fire. So he potentially doesn't even take damage from his own fire.
Potentially, not
potentially. It's not confirmed, but it's a maybe. It's a very big maybe. But I don't think that he's really gonna. I mean, it's not gonna kill him. He's gonna win that duel anyway. And then, I mean, you just burn the zombie. This one though, you burn the smelly girl.
I mean, I think Pyro here would be a pretty big threat, so she would have more powerful shots, a lot.
Yeah, she would have very powerful shots.
And she has her assault rifle. He has a.
But since she is not very mobile, he could also limit her movements very much. He has all the crowd control in that battle, pretty much.
True.
Because since he can fire long-range projectiles, he could fire them at her and she would have to move. So then the question is, would she take... I mean, she could just still take the shot and then just take a bit of burn damage.
Yeah,
So, I mean, he still loses against Shield Hero as per usual.
yeah. But I think he probably would win against mine too, actually. Like,
Oh, you do?
yeah, mainly because of the range difference. He can... like, mine would have to use a sniper to one-shot kill him, obviously.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, like, there's a 50-50 chance that, you know, which one of them can fire first, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's true, that's true.
And I think in most scenarios he would come out on top at the end of the day.
Since he has a stronger build.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems somewhat fair. Against Eldritch, I feel like he's actually gonna lose that. Because fire, sure, while it burns, it doesn't really destroy. Especially on ground.
No. And
So-
it's not hot enough to make fucking lava.
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna make everything melt around him.
It's not
But
that hot. It's not that
hot.
fire.
Yeah. Getting knocked out in audio wave. You think Nice would have it? I feel
I
like
don't-
he seems like he has too strong of a build to me, honestly.
I mean, a WM1.
Yeah, dude. No. He spy checks.
Spy checks, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, M1 and then DPI set to 600,000 and then you spin.
Yes.
So yeah, Chimera I feel would
I
take
mean,
him
Fur
out.
would burn. Easily.
Fur would burn, he is quite durable. And I feel like if he gets one good shot off, he doesn't even really need, he just needs to hit the tank. So Pyro in this case is twice the is like 2 targets in one. Because either he hits him and he dies, or he hits the tank and he almost dies, and then he just finishes him off later. Okay. And he has shown to be kind of fire resistant, honestly, because Todoroki can't really light him on fire in the show, or in the movie.
That's true.
So even while Fur is mostly
Flammable.
non-fire or very flammable, he still shows quite some fire resistance.
All right.
Especially since he produces fire inside of him and stuff well. Would he beat Lubbock?
Oh, I think he would probably beat Lubbock mainly because I think fire would kill Lubbock before Lubbock can do anything against it.
Yeah.
Because String is not effective against heat.
That's true. Could the strings light on fire? Would you say that?
No, I don't think they can now.
Okay. So, yeah. But fire would still go through. It's hard to block fire and then the heat. Against Akame, instant loss. Against the mech, instant loss. Against Jotaro, that's interesting. Time stop, my bad. It's not interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Akino can fly and ranged abilities, and then we have Susanoo.
Mirror.
Susanoo.
Mirror.
So it doesn't go higher than...
I think maybe here. Fuck. Wrong. Here, maybe.
Yeah, top of B tier, right?
B minus, top of B minus.
Oh, B minus, I meant, yeah. That's what I meant. So yeah, that's
I think that was all then, right?
That is all of them. That is it for episode 3. These are coming out slowly but surely.
We are working hard, am I right? Right? Like it's hard to manage this between work, school, other activities. It's quite a lot. Yeah, and we have like the style down now, so I feel like making all the shit that we need in case of editing and thumbnailing and all that stuff. It's pretty much just copy paste at this point. We just add new images in and then we ship it. We're pretty much done with all the base work. Now we can actually work more on research than we did in the first episodes. Noticeably so. Yeah. I really feel like we have a structure now. Yeah, exactly. So we hope and look forward to what we shall create in the future. And we hope to see you there as well for 3.5 and, of course, episode 4, whenever that drops. So until then. I'll see you. Don't die. Bye! Bye!